Roots to appear and plant it in soil. An article in the San Francisco Gate Home. If I can find that here. Hold on a minute. Got to turn the page, of course. Where's that page at? Come on, you darn big thumbs. Oh, I just love these big thumbs. And then she gives you the guide, http://goo.gl/BNBBYT and all that crap. It says the best time to take cuttings for rooting in water is in late summer when the plant is growing vigorously. They should be ready in about a month if kept in a sunny windowsill. Of course, a humid greenhouse would be even better. Other sources said spring will suffice for cuttings if patience is not your strong suit. Some folks also plant the stem with the bottom leaves removed in sterile potting soil with added peat moss and vermiculite. Eden markers, blah, 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 blah. Has very detailed instructions, including a video with a woman whose smile is so large it made Heather's face hurt. Cuttings should be between 3 and 6 inches, sources confirm. Similar to the bud eye in roses, geraniums have a nod where leaves and new growth emerge. Make your cuttings below. If you are planting into actual soil, there is conflicting advice about dipping the bottom of the stem in rooting hormone. Some say this is unnecessary, others say it is preferred. One website even suggests dipping the bottom in honey. Heather says plant several without buying another bottle of goo and hope that at least 2 survive. Humidity is important at this early stage. Spray the soil fairly frequently and cover the pot with a plastic bag or 2-liter plastic bottle with the bottom chopped off. Note that geraniums do not fare well through a hard freeze. Heather learned this last winter when she had a deathly cold snap, or we had a deathly cold snap, I should say. She'll try the geraniums in hanging pots by the front door. Having plants at the front door is a cheerful idea. Okay, another portion. Off to a new adventure. This week her family and her will travel again to Baja. It's a long drive, but she's curious to see what the Central Valley looks like in the middle of this drought. Auntie Pat lives in the fishing village of San Felipe, and they always make a point of stopping by the town's main nursery. Perhaps she'll gain some new insight on drought-tolerant plants and cacti. On a drought note, after the aforementioned freeze, Heather's idea had been to plant drought-tolerant plants in the bald spot in her yard. Last week she chatted up some of the master gardeners at the California Nut Festival. She said drought-tolerant plants are a great idea, yet they do take a little extra care and water at the early stages. A better idea, she advised, is to wait until the drought has come and gone and then make the switch to plants that need very little water. Some good advice there. As far as I can tell you about geraniums is I have picked plenty of geraniums just because they needed to be clipped back, trimmed back, hedged back, knocked down. I have taken those batches of geraniums themselves and either left them in a paper bag or I've just thrown them on the ground in my backyard. I have geraniums growing in my backyard that have never had any care whatsoever other than to let them grow after I threw them on the ground. They've gotten a little bit of moisture from the misters at my plant nursery, but that's about it. They grow fine by themselves. Now, I'm not saying that you have to take the care that Heather has spoke about. The best way to get root cuttings for geraniums, in my viewpoint, is to clip them off at least 6 inches long below the top of the geranium or where it's flowering and stick that whole thing into some nice wet peat moss, some potting soil, or sand. Now remember, sand has hardly any nutritional value, but it's great for getting rooting started. As long as you keep it moist, your geraniums